Alrighty YouTube, welcome to another trade recap. Today is Wednesday, 28th of June 2023. I hope you're all doing well. And for those that are the first time here, my name is Nick. I am a day trader. I trade the London session every single day. Price action only, no indicators except a little moving average here and there. And today I took only one trade. In fact, I took it on NAS 100. I do like these days because I'm done after, 25 minutes. I was done after the London session opened. So these are always great days. And yeah, quick and efficient. So what I want to show today is the trade which I took and why I took that trade on NAS and not on US 30, because both had a very similar setup, a fake out. I call this the horizontal fake out play. And yeah, let's dive into it and let's have a look what happened today. So first of all, what I want you to see on NAS 100, and that's where we start. I need you to go to the 1 hour. And when you go to the 1 hour, you can see that we have some sort of aggressive buying within the Asia session. Just for clarification purposes, the blue overlay is the Asia session. Okay. Now we have aggressive buying within that Asia session right here. Right here, you see aggressive buying to the upside. Okay, aggressive buying. So what did I do? I marked up this level, of course. I always go to the body and to the wick when I do my 1 hour levels. So I marked up this level and I drew just a demand zone like that. Then I drew up my next level of importance, and my next level of importance was this one over here. So I drew up the candle, the body of this candle over here, because it's a swing low, and the wick. Okay, that's what I took next. Now what you can see is now on this 1 hour, the 1 hour, once the London session opened, it dipped quickly into this demand zone down here. It found momentum and it shot to the upside. And I want to show this to you and how this looks on the 5 minute. Now on the 5 minute, you can see very nicely when the purple overlay starts how this opening candle smashes or drops into this demand zone, right into this demand zone, but just briefly pulls back up, and it pulls back up. And now I need you to see this very closely. I need you to see the lows over here, these lows, okay, these wicks. And you can see that this candle, this opening candle, dropped into this demand zone, snapped back, and it failed to close below any of these wicks. In fact, it even failed to close below this 1 hour horizontal level. Then the next candle opened, dipped below, but could also not close below any of the wicks and snap back. And then lastly, when this candle opened, we had another try to go below, which we failed. You can see it got ejected right away from this horizontal level and it pushed to the upside. And that was enough confluence for me to enter on this trade. As always, I'm risking the confirmation candle, so I risked this candle over here. And my target was up here. Now quickly go to the 1 hour. Why was my target up there? I'm showing it to you because these were, according to my pre-market analysis, 1 hour key levels. Again, body and the wick. These were key levels. And on the 5 minute, we even had a nice supply zone, aggressive selling. So I drew all of this up, drew all of it up like this. And I said to myself that I want to hold this trade right until here, the middle of the supply zone plus this 1 hour horizontal level. Now bear in mind, whenever I enter a trade and as soon as my trade hits a 1-to-1 risk to reward, which was over here, I use this green line, which was over here. As soon as it passes this line, I move my stop loss to break even. So this trade pretty quickly went into break even, and then it was basically a risk-free trade. I just held it for this 1.85 to 1 risk to reward, and that was literally it. That was it for the day. And I really enjoyed this trade because, as you can see, it took not even 5 minutes or 10 minutes at best. And yeah, very efficient, very nice play. Now let's compare this. Let's compare this confluence and this can't close over here with US 30. Because on US 30 we had a very similar situation, and let me quickly show you on the 1 hour what I meant. Now again we have this low over here, this swing low of Asia session, right? I dropped the body and the wick. These are important 1 hour levels. Then we had this push to the upside, price came back, so I also draw up, or I'm also drawing up these levels over here, body and wick again, and then we pushed again to the upside. Okay, so I draw these levels. So these were my areas to watch, my key levels, my 1 hour key levels, where I feel it is important to have a look at. Now what has happened, and excuse me, let's go back over here. Again, you see here, not as clearly in my opinion as on NAS, but you see aggressive buying right here, aggressive buying right here. So down here around this key level, there is most likely some sort of a demand zone, okay? And you can see on the 5 minute, it is very clear that there's a very strong demand. So instead of just taking the 5 minute, I kind of paired this with this 1 hour demand, which we have, okay? And now it's very interesting because, as you can see, when the market opened, London session, the price dropped like crazy, dropped like nothing else into this level, got ejected and bounced back very strongly. Now, what kind of confluence do we have at this point in time? At this point in time, in my opinion, we have this 1 hour demand down here. We are at the key level, no doubt. We have this little fake out wick. You can see this little wick down here. So what I want you to imagine is this: when you are in the trade, or when you are looking at this market, and let me show this to you. At this point in time, if I use the replay tool, at this point in time, this looks very, very, very bearish, right? Looks like price is going to the downside. You can maybe even draw this trend line. Looks like price is pushing to the downside. So there are retail traders that see that, and as soon as the price goes below this candle, people open their positions. Right now price must go all the way to the downside, but that's where the fake comes in. Watch it. Boom, candle goes to the downside. Where, yes, now we have it. Candle went to the downside, people open their positions, and it snaps back to the upside and stops everybody out within literally like a couple seconds. And that's why this play is so efficient in my opinion. But if we compare this this confluence, this trap over here at this key level versus what we had over here on on NAS, we had a clear can't close at that level. We had this drop into the demand zone, the snapback. 3 times, you can see it, 3 times the price failed to go below it. On this side, on US 30, it was just a trap and that was it, okay? Additionally, what we also had is this beautiful morning trend line break. And this is something which I love, which I'm looking for all the time, the morning trend line break, okay? So now in retrospect, of course, I think this US 30 is still pushing to the upside, or not much anymore. I mean, in retrospect, even if you would have taken the trap, you would have made good money on that, no doubt. More than a 1.1, I guess. Yeah. Much more, even at up to 2.1. 2-to-1 trade, of course, which is good. And you can see it failed to push above this swing high of Asia session. Now that's all good and perfect. But for me, I just felt there was much more confluence in this certain moment to go off. And I just enjoyed this trade over here a bit better. It was just, in my opinion, it made more sense to take this one. So yeah, that was it. Otherwise, I didn't see much today. I looked at the Euro USD, also at Euro Japanese yen. I was looking there for a pullback. There was a very nice push at the open, but I think until now, at least 40 minutes into the market, 50 minutes into the market, I didn't see that, so I'm wrapping it for today. Thank you very much for watching. If you would like to see more of these daily recaps, again, I'm every day in the market, so do subscribe to this channel, and we'll see each other soon again. Wishing you a great day, happy trading, and take care of yourself.